Hi everyone, I'm Yuxing, an international student from China. Welcome to this video. This week, I'm taking on a challenge. Can I eat for a whole week in Glasgow just with 36 pounds? Why 36 pounds? Well, back in China, I usually spend with 50 RMB a day on 3 meals. It's around 350 RMB a week. If we convert it into pounds, it comes out roughly 36 pounds. But here is the catch. Living in the UK, the prices are usually 2 to 3 times higher than in China. Before we get started, here are a few ground rules. First, I won't be surviving on 1 pound frozen pizzas or chips every day. That's unhealthy and it feels like cheating. The second, I will eat based on my usual habits and portions. No skipping meals or eat less on purpose. Third, for ingredients without a clear unit price or weight, I use the GPT to help calculate a fair estimate based on average adult female portions to stay as accurate as possible. Alright, challenge begins. Breakfast was my usual combo: cereal with milk, simple, quick, and filling. I used 250 ml of milk and 40 g of cereal. For both lunch and dinner, I made a big pot of tomato vermicelli soup with shrimp bones. It was enough to split into 2 meals. The ingredients are 2 tomatoes, 1 pack of shrimp bones, 1 lettuce, 1 pack of vermicelli, half a pack of enoki mushrooms, 1 potato. The total cost for the whole pot is £6.14. Tomato flavors is my favorite, light but tasty, and pretty well balanced. Breakfast again, milk and cereal combo. For lunch and dinner, I made stir-fried chicken thighs with broccoli. Cooked a big batch and split it in half. I used about 500 g of chicken thighs, a head of broccoli, 2 bowls of rice. It's a simple home-style dish, super satisfying. So the day 2 total is £3.18. My breakfast is same old favorite, milk and cereal. For lunch and dinner, I made spicy cabbage stir-fry with chicken, a kind of like a Chinese-style sour cabbage with meat. I finished the leftover chicken thighs from yesterday and I used about 1/3 of napa cabbage and plus 2 bowls of rice. It was super flavorful, probably the most appetite-boosting meal so far. The lunch and dinner is total £2.23, so the day 3 total is £2.64. Honestly, I was shocked how cheap this day turned out to be. Still sticking with the good oat milk and cereal combo. Lunch and dinner was something I hadn't made in a while: beef stir-fried with green peppers. I used 240 g beef from Iceland's 3-for-11 pack, about 2/3 pack of green peppers, and 2 bowls of rice. The beef was seared to perfection and the peppers added just the right kick. So the lunch and the dinner is £5.30. Total for today is £5.54. Breakfast, same trusty combo, milk and cereal. Lunch had 2 pots. The main dish was tomato and egg noodles. I used 2 tomatoes, half portion of egg noodles, and 2 eggs. Still hungry, so I baked 5 BBQ chicken wings I bought from Iceland. So the lunch and the steak totally £2.77. Dinner was the fanciest meal this week. Chilled lamb chops. I used the whole pack and also from the 3-for-11 deal. Seasoned simply, baked, then topped with black pepper and chili powder. Insanely good. Total for day 5 is £6.85. Finally, switched up breakfast. I made meatball and tomato soup. Same method as day 1, but swapped the shrimp bones and potatoes for meatballs. The total cost was £3.75. The lunch and dinner was spicy shredded potatoes with pork. Super homey but requires some skill to get it right. I used 250 g pork. It's also from the 3-for-11 pack, and 1/3 pack green peppers, 2 potatoes, and 2 bowls of rice. The total price was £2.67, so the day 6 total is £6.42. Last day, back to the OG breakfast milk and cereal. The lunch and dinner was braised beef and cabbage noodles, with tomato and chili for a tiny, spicy broth. I used 430 g stewing beef from Morrison's 3-for-10 pack. I'm so lucky to grab it before the deal ended, and now it's £5.50. After that, I remained 1/3 of the cabbage and a half portion of noodles. The broth was rich and flavorful, sweet, sour, spicy, and savory. A perfect way to wrap up the week. The lunch and dinner's price was £4.37. The day 7 total is £4.78. And that's the end of the whole challenge. In 7 days, I spent a total of £35.95 on food, without starving myself, without sacrificing nutrition, and without relying on the junk food. I managed to survive a whole week in Glasgow, right under the £36 mark. But here's the truth. This is definitely my bottom line of the food spending. To make it work, I cooked every single meal, ate pretty repetitive dishes, had no fruits, no drinks, no snacks, and definitely no takeout. Also, I happened to be home all week, working on my dissertation, so I wasn't burning many calories either. If you go to work, go to school, exercise regularly, or you don't have many times to cook every day, £36 simply won't cut it. How much would you spend to keep your meals satisfying and balanced? Or what's your food budget baseline? Let me know in the comments below. So that's all for this video. Thanks so much for watching and see you next time.